Alright, so today I wanted to go ahead and do another tip video. This one's going to be slightly different than the normal tip video format that I use, in the fact that I'm going to be doing misconceptions instead of regular tips. So basically just anything that people believe about deduction that may not be entirely true, anything that some deductionists believe that they probably could go about believing something different or something better. With that being said, I've got 4 points that I want to make today. So, to start off, I'm going to go ahead with the elephant in the room, and that is personality types. One big misconception is that if I make a deduction about someone and can determine their personality type, I automatically will now have all the information I need to know about that person to make any accurate deductions about them. This could not be further from the truth. We are not cardboard cutouts of our personality type. We're still individuals. We make our own choices. We aren't connected. We're not restricted to the choices that our personality type would have us believe. For example, when I took the Myers-Briggs personality type test thing, I ended up being an INTP-A, which, if memory serves correctly, that is the same personality type that Sherlock Holmes is. And there's still multiple differences between me and Sherlock Holmes. And even different interpretations of Sherlock Holmes are different. The Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock Holmes is way different from the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes, or some of the classic Sherlock Holmes. Some of them have sense of humor, they'll drop one-liners and quips on you all the time, and others don't even smile, like Spock. They're still the same personality type, they just have different traits. The personality types of the three deductionists on YouTube, we're all different personality types, and that doesn't really hinder us in any way. I'm not superior to any of the other deductionists because I'm an INTPA. There's an INTJ, I don't remember all their personality types, but they're still just as brilliant deductionists, and you don't have to be an introvert to be a good deductionist. A friend of mine is a extrovert, and she's a great deductionist as well. So, your personality type is not the last authority on if you're going to be a deductionist or not. You don't have to be an INTP or anything like that to be a deductionist. Granted, I will admit that being a logician or any of those other personality types, it does help. It does make it easier to think through that thinking process that you need for deduction, but it's not a prerequisite. Now, the next misconception, this is one that I've fallen victim to myself, is trying to determine handedness from the way someone holds their purse on their shoulder, which shoulder they hold it on, or how if they cross it over their neck, or hold it just on their shoulder, anything like that. This really isn't vital. I've seen people who are left-handed and they have it crossed over their shoulders or on their shoulders. I've seen them right-handed and it looks the same way. You really can't determine handedness from how they hold their purse. It's more about convenience for them sometimes. There are things you can deduce from a purse. For example, how big it is, what color it is. Does it look like it's their only purse? Does it look like they have a lot of purses? What style of purse? How expensive is it? Those are better questions to ask about someone's handbags than what shoulder they hold it on. So just don't focus on handedness and things like that. There's just way easier, far easier ways to figure out what dominant hand someone has. Handedness from shoes. the way they tie their shoes, for example. Yes, this is entirely possible. I have done it. I have looked at someone's shoestrings and I can determine their dominant hand from their shoestring. That is totally possible. It's not practical though, because the knot is so small and you have to look at it so carefully that it's just not easy to determine handedness from that. If their shoe is on the floor or they're not wearing their shoe and you can look at it, maybe you can determine handedness that way from the shoe. I would suggest doing it that way. I would not suggest staring at someone's shoes and trying to determine their handedness from their shoe string. There's a lot of easier ways to determine handedness, dominant hand from their shoe. Instead, again, other questions you can ask about someone's shoes are how expensive they are, how nice they are, maybe their shoe size is important, anything. There's just easier ways to get handedness. You can look at someone's tie, you can look at their belt, you can look at their pockets for handedness. I wouldn't suggest looking at their purse or their shoes to try and determine handedness. It's just not practical. And that leads me to the last one, which I have had criticism from before. A lot of people don't believe that determining handedness is important in deduction, and these people irritate me because handedness, yes, it's easy to determine someone's handedness. It's like a 70-30 split right now, I think. More people are right-handed than left-handed, so it's pretty easy to just guess what hand they're going to use. What hand is their dominant? Actually, it might be 80-20. However, determining dominant hand is a deduction you can use as a baseline deduction. It can help you make further deductions. It can help you make advanced deductions. It can help you understand things like if they are right-handed, but they're using their left hand for some other activity, why are they breaking habit? Why are they breaking tradition? There has to be something there. So, yes, handedness is important. It's maybe not hard to determine someone's handedness, but it can be the baseline for more advanced deductions. Those are the 4 misconceptions I had picked out for this video. I might have a couple of others later on, but for now, that's what I've got to work with. I do have more tip videos. I have one more story, possibly 2. I'm not sure if I want to tell one of them. It's not really interesting. But I do have more stories. I got more tips. I have more art videos. I have my camera glasses now, so I can do live deductions. Also, Farboden, I think, is the commenter. He recently asked me about the Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment game and why I stopped that, so I wanted to go ahead and announce this again. But I had the next video in that series recorded already, and I lost it. It got corrupted somehow. I still don't know how. But because of the way that game saves, I would have to go all the way back to the beginning of the game and play all the way through it again before I can record where I left off. So, if you guys want that, please comment, and I'll go back and I will replay the game so I can continue that playthrough. If not, I can possibly move on to a couple of other games that I have sitting up there right now that would be interesting and I still think would fit my channel. So just let me know how you want me to proceed with that, and I'll go ahead and play along. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.